This week's a week for first. For the first time, we got 2 trains in one day. For the first time, we're gonna offload a train ourselves. For the first time, we have 2 locomotives in the yard. And for the first time, we're gonna use the training room. I'm Daniel, and this is Ashville Weekly, episode 70. I'm out near the bridge, contemplating life. Let's have a go, see how this feels. Nice. We're gonna also give it to the drivers in the cab.
Let's see how much material flow can get on me.
With people still coming in, loading as well. There's a slit in the rubber here. I looked at breaking them out, but they're still soft to touch. His confidence fills me with confidence. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Look how good that looks. Now we're in a position where we need to do it ourselves. Swinging it around. No, I didn't, I done it sleeping. Monday I'm in the yard. The sun is shining. It's a good day all round. We can see Simon over there in the weighbridge looking like he's running a tuck shop. What's happening, Simon? Got lorries loading going out the gate already, but we are not at full capacity today because we have had training going on. Yes, let's have a look in the training room. The lads are training today doing their MQPC cards. We have 7 today and 7 tomorrow. The boys who are out on the road, they're trying to pick up the slack and do as many as they can, but obviously they can't keep up because we are 7 lorries down. But we're 7 lorries down for a good reason. I just come and I fixed it straight away. What are you going putting on here?
I was just putting that one down, putting the wood one on tomorrow.
Putting the wood one on, yeah? How'd you find this lorry?
I like it.
Do you?
It's a nice lorry to drive.
Yeah, isn't it? Waiting for southern vulcanizing. I keep calling them southern conveyor belts. Waiting for southern vulcanizing to come in and measure up for this unit here. Yeah, it was my birthday last week and I didn't get a chance to celebrate properly, but over the weekend I saw a couple of my friends and I had a think yesterday. And do you know what? Work, but taking a minute out to appreciate. And I'm always looking at the person who's doing this and I'm trying to improve what we're doing. But I know there's people looking at me who'd like to do what I'm doing. So I guess it's good to just be grateful for where I am at the moment, because had you told me that I'd be where I am years ago, I'd have said no chance. So yeah, there's plenty of work to do, but I'm thankful for where we are at the moment and I have to be grateful for that. But that doesn't mean that it's not always onwards and upwards. So on reflection, I feel like I have spent my time in my life thus far well, and I'm happy with what I've achieved. But I want more, we're gonna do more. But I am happy and thankful for what we've managed to achieve thus far. And that's enough of that sentimental nonsense. Let's get on with some work. Going to tackle the final pedestrian walkway over here, but we didn't have enough jersey barriers to do it. So we poured 2 this morning, but they're not dry yet. I looked at breaking them out, but they're still soft to touch, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow. We've moved all the tires forward out the way here, so hopefully we can put that in place tomorrow. And having a look over there, I can see that the sprinklers are on, keeping the type 1 and the ballast wet, so that is working really well. Again, something I'm really pleased with, and the sun is shining. Nice. Got plenty of collections coming in and out today. The drivers who are coming in, they all know the plan of the site and they know what to do. But there are new drivers who are going to come in here and they don't know. And I can't expect them to guess. And I don't want to put it on Simon to have to explain it to everyone. So we've got these smaller bits of paper with the traffic plan on it, which we laminate and give to people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Will to blow that up. Let's have a look at it here. We're going to blow it up on a massive board, and you know I love a sign, and we're going to stick a few of them up here, and we're going to also give it to the drivers in the cab. While I'm doing that, when I was in the training room, I realized we put information on the wall in all the rooms. That's the fire evacuation plan and also the nearest hospital. I'm going to blow those up massive as well, and I'm going to put both of those on the wall in the bagging area to give that information in case of an emergency. As always, I love seeing that. As always, a work in progress, and we have plenty to do. And it's a couple more hours, but then the boys will be coming out of their training and we'll see if they learn anything. I understand Grogan wasn't happy. Grogan wanted to get out on the road. He wasn't best pleased being in a classroom. Don't worry, Grogan, you'll be out on the road tomorrow. This week is a week for firsts. Today is the first training session going on in our new training room. And we have 4 trains this week. But guess what? We have 2 trains in one day. That's what I said. I said 2. 2 trains in one day on Wednesday. We have a train of type 1 coming in the morning at 6 a.m. We'll start to offload it at 7. That train is going to leave at 10. Then we have another train coming in at 12. We're going to offload it, and that is going to leave at 4. 2 trains in a day. That is going to be a test of what we have done in here to see how the yard can function with people still coming in, loading as well. So I'm really excited about that. And ultimately, if all goes according to plan, which it never does, what I want to do in here is, I'm not going to be greedy and say 6 days a week, but 5 days a week. If we could run 2 trains, yes, that would make me a very happy man. But we are a long way away from that, and we are building up to it. So really looking forward to it. Wednesday can't come soon enough. Tuesday and I'm in the yard. We're doing a bit of work on this Volvo. Pulled it in to have a look around it because this one isn't on R&M with any manufacturers. Had a look at the drop arm, and the drop arm, there's a slit in the rubber here, which means all the grease can get out of it and then the ball joint goes. But luckily, the last time we ordered one of these, Volvo sent us the order wrong, and they sent us 2 of them. So we had one hanging around, so we've managed to fit this one straight on. Happy about that. Let's have a look at the back of the lorry. There was a report from the driver who was driving this that when he was going through the tip, the back door opened. Now, me personally, I think the man was flying in the tip. I think he was going too fast and he hit a massive bump and the tail door jumped up. But we're going to put something in place to ensure that no matter what happens, that will never happen again. So we're putting one piece here on the body, and we're putting another piece on the actual tail door itself. So should this door ever go up and down, it's going to hit the piece what we put onto the body, as well as having a conversation and telling everybody to slow down in the tip. Now bear in mind, I don't know that's true, I'm just assuming. But anyway, we're going to put it in place on both the lorries so that can never happen again. While we look at this lorry and the side of the lorry here, it makes me think of the new Ashville branding. And guess what? The final concrete lorry has finished spraying at John Radford, and we are about to fit the artwork. Let's have a look at that process. And we have another group on the MPQC training course today. So in total, over the past few days, we have educated 14 more of our staff. Nice. I have a Zoom in 2 hours, but before that I need to catch up with some emails and some phone calls. Thus far the day is going well. A busy day, plenty to do. Let's get on with it. How are you doing, you all right? Sorry you can't get in there, we tried to make some space down there. I did it the other day, I pulled a muscle in my neck.
Yeah, but you probably done it in the gym, and you just done it moving.
No, I didn't, I done it sleeping. I was rolling over in my sleep. I was like the yard.
That sleep is bad for you, isn't it?
I know, mate. Sleeping's cheating. Sleep is the cousin of death, mate. You got to be careful.
You know, stress is the biggest cause of death, don't you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Got the L860 out of the way. Just going to reverse this lorry down a little bit so we can have some room to get in here properly.
Put 4 bolts in each corner.
You're physically bolting it onto this, yeah? So I can put something where that just sticks out the end of it.
To bring that out,
Yep.
and then you just take it in again, and that cascade system, put it in the gate, until you
Yep.
lock that gate back up, you can't pull it back out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You wouldn't believe what I've seen over the years.
Yeah. And is there going to be anything on the other end of that to stop the material, like anything to catch it or nothing, or it just keeps spinning?
Right, so this one,
Yeah.
brought down further
Yeah.
than this one. This one
Okay.
will be up a little bit higher. So when
Yeah.
this material hits that can load it a bit more.
Okay, I
And it all
understand.
comes down together.
Okay. Yep. It'll have chevrons on it,
I
won't
think
it?
it's going to be, yeah. So if it is, I'll let you know if you can bring that any closer.
Yeah, yeah. So any space I could save and then, yeah. All right, so we had a chat and the measures that I spoke about 2 weeks ago, click here to watch that video, with a health and safety officer, we can't actually do that. We have to physically box it in, and it can't be a fence that somebody can just pull out. That's legislation and it keeps everyone safe. And as I said in the past, we have to do everything in our power to keep people safe. So it has to be some sort of metal frame with mesh on it. I'd still like to see through and see what's happening, but whatever needs to be done needs to be done. We need to ensure we do it. And when the conveyor belt gets to above 10 feet, then we can bring the fence in underneath it. And over this way, we have to let the back of the conveyor hang out the fence, so we're gonna have to cut something out of it there. Look, I know it's just a conveyor, and I know it's just a hopper, but my God, ain't it a fine job. Look at it! Look how good that looks! Look how hard wearing and it's all black as well. What a unit! Andy at Southern Vulcanizing says that the way he's built this will last me for at least 15 years other than the actual belt. Let's hope he's right. But that is a sturdy bit of kit. I am really happy with that. I mean, look at it. It's great. Can't wait for the other bit to get made. Little surprise, Volvo have dropped us off a demo of their new tipper. Let's do a little pan. This one, and that one. This one, and that one. Let's have a go, see how this feels. By the way, I'm in the yard, I'm going very slowly. Oh wow, steering's really, it's like a dream, isn't it? Ooh. Oh, digital dash. The cab feels a bit small now, not gonna lie. squashing the knees on me. But it's a comfortable driving position. The seat feels really comfortable. Steering's really light. I mean, really light. Feels like a car. Whoa! Bit bumpy. Now this is a test because we go over the rail crossing. See how this feels. Let's go on the weigh bridge. Get weighed up. See how much Simon thinks we weigh. See how that gear is. The brakes are sharpish. I'm not gonna lie, it feels nice, man. Steering is so light. Swinging it around. Up on the weigh bridge. Let's put my handbrake on.
400 kilos lighter than the old one.
Simon says that we're 400 kilos lighter than the old one.
Yeah.
I assume that will help our fuel efficiency, Simon. And the accountant likes to make savings. That much I can tell you. Right, so what am I getting on?
Type 1 for the morning.
I'm gonna get a load of type 1 on.
Yeah.
Right, good. Let's go and get a load of type 1 on.
Yeah.
All right, mate. All right. Who's loading me? Let's see how much material Flo can get on me before we're overweight. So this is 400 kilos lighter than the last one, but the older Volvos, they were heavier than the Scanias, so we might be about the same now. How much fuel we got in there? Oh, we've got a full tank of diesel, 3/4 of a tank of AdBlue. Nice digital dash here. Nice.
That's your one for the morning.
Nice. Decent. Decent. Just park up now, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. Just keep her off the track. Just because we've got the train tonight.
Keep her off the track. What, you think that I will just put the train on the track, Simon?
No, not on the track. Just on the track. You know what I mean?
Have you got anyone else loading?
Yeah.
You do, so you want me to stay out of this way? So get out of the way, basically. All right. Thanks, mate.
The big price difference.
They don't want to tell me the price yet, so they want me to drive it, then they'll tell me the price. Taking a look around it, first and foremost, it is a Volvo. That in itself is something. It's a 12.8 litre, 420 brake. So I used to do a lot of these lorry reviews. Click here to watch one of the first lorry reviews we did. It's got a Thompson body on it. Thompson body is a good sturdy body. It's a bit lighter than the ones we've already got. Let's take a walk down her. Okay. So this has got the 3-leaf suspension on it. It's an FMX, so it is a construction spec. We've got all the pretty bits on it, covering lights. The proof is really in the pudding. So the same guy that drives this is going to be the guy that drives the existing one, Nick. What do you prefer, the Volvo or this?
Volvo.
You prefer the Volvo? Really? He loves the Volvos. He came out of a new Scania to drive a Volvo. So I can't put one of the other lads in here. If I was to put Grogan in this, he'd be like, it's not a Scania, is it? So we're going to put someone who drives these every day and drive this and see how he gets on. And I also want to measure the fuel efficiency of this. So I want to know what a difference it makes, because if he's getting another couple of miles per gallon of fuel, it saves us money over the process of a year. And of course, there will be a time when we need to upgrade the fleet. So yeah, looking forward to getting this Volvo tested.
We got the first of 2 trains in here this morning. This one is a train of type 1. Started the offload down the far end. The shunter left a split in the train so that we can still get the lorries out. I'm not needed on the shovel at the moment because of the way he's offloading. He's offloading to the far side of him just so that he can get it done quicker, because the train has got to be out of here for 9:30. We've got another train this afternoon of ballast, I believe. So yeah, so we're just going to crack on.
stage 1 was successful. Thank you to GB Rail Freight, it was a combined effort. So we offloaded all the wagons we could, but without shunting the train, we couldn't do any more, so we had to wait for the driver to get in. Now the driver's in, let's warm up this locomotive and get this train moved and carry on with the offload. It's Wednesday and I'm in the yard. I'm out near the bridge, contemplating life. Today is a massive day for us, 2 trains in one day, first time ever. But it is an effort that needs everybody to be completely on point, and we need so many things to go right for it to work. Now, the first thing that happened with that is that GB Rail Freight were bringing in a train yesterday evening. Now, none of us were going to be here, so they had to make sure that they left a gap in the train. Because if they didn't leave a gap in the train, that would mean that all our lorries would be trapped in the railway yard. Woo. So we thought that we had everything planned well. Let's see how this morning went. Obviously I could do that, because I learned how to drive a train. Train simulator, that is. Click here to watch that video. We had our first train of Type 1. Now we are waiting for our train of ballast. Speaking of ballast, I'm surprised nobody pointed this out to me, because everybody does like to correct me, because I don't know what I'm doing, do I? This sign, it's actually not correct. It's actually 0 to 20 mil. So I called it 4 to 20 because I'm so used to saying graded stone, which is 4 to 20, and the ballast is a mix of that graded stone and 0 to 4 sand. So technically that isn't right. So I'll probably get like a 0 sticker with a yellow background and put it on there. I don't think it's going to confuse anyone or make them get the wrong thing, but you know, got too much going on in the head, too many tabs open on the computer. I need to close a few of them. Every now and then something happens, and I tell you, oh my gosh, that is a deep dish. Deep dish! It's a deep dish. Nah, that is a deep dish. It's a deep dish. And there's been 1 or 2 occasions when it's been the deepest of dishes. And this is another occasion when it is the deepest of deep dishes. Not only are there 2 trains, but there are 2 locomotives. Can you imagine, for a man like me who's into trains? Oh, you're not into trains! 2 locomotives in the yard at the same time. One is pulling the other one. The reason they've done that is because when they leave here, one of the locomotives is going to run round and collect. One of the locomotives is going to run round and connect at the other end. So when they get to the next place, which I believe is down in New Haven somewhere, they have the loco to pull this train out from the other end. So first time we've ever seen 2 locos in the yard at the same time. For me, it's perfect, because I love trains. So I'm just taking a look around and seeing what it looks like. It's 5 to 5 p.m. Having a look at the way things are now changing in this country, that it's still bright in February at 5 to 5, which is a great thing. Got a lot more light when you're trying to go home. And it also means that we have a lot more light when we're offloading the train. We've only unloaded a couple of wagons. This train is full of ballast. Let's get the rest of it offloaded, get it in the bays, and it will be too late to load any lorries, so it'll be a busy morning in here first thing tomorrow. Thursday and I'm on the way into the yard. We have a critical situation critical. We normally use a company that provide us with operators. So it's our L860, but we work with a company that provide us the operators. They've just let us know that due to a COVID outbreak, they cannot send us an operator to try and offload this train. You see, last week, I was trying to teach some of the lads how to offload the wagons, and we kept the wagon in the yard. They were loading, offloading, loading, offloading, loading, offloaded. Maybe you could blame me and say that I brought that into the universe and I caused this to happen, or you can call it great foresight that we began to practice already, and now we're in a position where we need to do it ourselves. Flo was assessed by an instructor who said he's competent. Terry and I have watched him and we believe that he's competent. The operator who was with us yesterday, who was offloading the second train, the last 4 wagons, he let Flo do it and assessed him, and he gave him some tips. Now, I was in my office watching on the cameras. Flo's definitely capable, but it's just a speed issue because you want to be offloading each wagon in about 7 minutes. However, I can't put that on Flo because he's just learned and stand there tapping my watch saying hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, because that's not fair and it's not going to help the situation. So today I am going to stay well back. We have to trust in Flo's ability. We have to let him keep calm and we have to let him do his best. If we don't manage to offload this train in the given time, there could be massive fines attached to it. Not to mention we upset the company that are providing the material, and we could upset GB Rail Freight. So it's a critical situation. Now that train isn't in till 3 p.m. We have plenty to do in the yard before that. So before that, what we'll do, we'll just grease up the bucket, the machine, make sure it's refueled, let Flo practice a little bit more, and we'll clear all obstructions in the yard to try and make it as easy for him as possible. Before that, I've got a lot of meetings, a couple of them back to back in the morning, and there are a couple of Zoom calls which I need to jump on as well. There's a lot going on where I'm not able to film in the daytime. So sorry guys if you think at the moment the videos are very montage heavy, but I can't give my time to the camera all the time like this. Let's get on with this day. We've prepared for the worst, but we're wishing for the best. Flo's just putting a bit of air in the tyre. He's doing a bit more practicing, aren't you, Flo?
Yeah.
And you're ready, ain't you, Flo?
Yeah.
And he's confident as well.
Good.
His confidence fills me with confidence. It's a big day. Right man for the job. In other news, we pulled the forklift into the repair bay a little while ago just to have a look at it, and thank goodness we did, because it had absolutely no transmission oil left in it at all. It was bone dry. So we had a look around it, gave her a shot of grease, filled up the transmission oil, and now she's back out to work. I am a bit nervous about later, but I'm trying to keep away from the boys and not let them know. So I'm doing a bit of pacing up and down. Got a lot of my meetings out of the way. I'm about to do now a watch through of Ashville Weekly episode 69 and put my comments to it and decide what cutaways I think need to be added as well. But you never know, it may be 100% already. Someone asked me a question earlier. They said, what got you started in all this? It was actually because we were doing basements and we couldn't get the service we needed with grabs, so we bought our own grab lorry. But that wasn't the actual moment. moment when it happened, when the light bulb went ping. At the actual moment it happened, I remember our shop on Kings Road in Chelsea, number 541 Kings Road. We used to share it with my friend Jonathan from Scotland, Lux Casa, and I was standing out the front and I was thinking, what is going on here? And the Kings Road was blocked, and just over the road they were resurfacing. And I remember as they were resurfacing, I saw all these aggregate industry lorries pulling up and tipping there. And in that second, I looked at those lorries and I got like that warm kind of butterfly feeling in my stomach, followed by adrenaline, followed by butterflies. And it came to me, and I remember running inside and I went to Johnny, I've got it, Ashville aggregates. And at the time we were just Ashville Inc., which was the build firm. And I said, I've got it, Johnny, this is it. And he did what he normally does, he went,
okay, no problem.
and at that point, I then began researching the business day and night. I spent about 3 to 4 months doing research, doing spidergrams, take this here, do this, we need to find this. At that time, I realized that a lot of the other companies, they've been going for so many years, there was no way I was gonna catch up. They're 30 years in front of me. So what I decided to do was focus on my strengths, which at the time were SEO, search engine optimization with Google and stuff like that, and to make the best website I can to have as much vision as possible, kind of like what we're doing now with the videos. And I worked on that side of it, and then I tried to bring in the actual fundamentals of the business. Where are we getting it? Where are we taking it? How much can we get it for here? How much can we sell it for there? Cost of diesel, cost of drivers, cost of insurance, cost of lorry. And that is how the entire Ashville Aggregates brand and idea started. So gap in the market, needed grabs, saw a lorry tipping, blocking up the entire road, lovely shiny Aggregate Industries lorry, and that was it. That was the moment. And here we are, 8 years later, standing in this yard. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a journey. And what I didn't realize at the time, when I got the butterflies and the adrenaline, I was gonna get them on many more occasions, day and night, when I made that decision. But if you would have told me at the time, once again, that we'd be where we are now, I would have said, oh, that's not possible. So it just goes to show, it is possible if you are not willing to say no, and you are gonna keep going no matter what, which was what I've done, by hook or by crook. Rain, hail, or shine, flush or bankrupt. Either way, I'm gonna keep going. Those are my words of wisdom. And the train is coming in 1 hour and a half. Let's go and do this watch through. Walking through the middle of the yard, taking a look at what's going on, seeing how the train offload is going. I've just seen Lee Bearer here doing a bit of work on the shovel. I believe there were 2 leaks. I believe both of them are sorted out. Not gonna go in the yard. Don't wanna put that sort of pressure on flow. But I can see he's getting on nice and steady. The lorries are all a bit boxed in here. Generally we load all the lorries the night before, but we didn't want to put any splits in the train because we wanted to give Flo as much time as possible, because when you're shunting and you're moving the train around, that is time where you could be offloading. So in the future, when Flo gets a little bit more used to it, we'll do it like that. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Just been told that Flo has actually done 11 wagons already. Cue the shagger.
Hello.
Penfold in the house. Seems really good. Go on, Flo. Look at the techers from Flo. Go on, son. Go on, Flo.
It's like watching your son score a goal at football or something, watching him unload, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like watching your son score a goal, or is it like your son being a defensive midfielder and he's just two-footed challenged and shoulder barged about 5 man, and then he's shot from like 4 yards, top bin, and he's just gone mad and dived into the crowd like Troy Deeney when he scored for Watford against Leicester.
Probably a bit like that.
Probably a bit like that, yeah. I reckon it's probably a bit like that, yeah. You're doing well, Flo. You're doing well, mate. Got to cheer people on. Encouragement, positive energy. When this next wagon moves, let's have a look at the pile of material. Oh, there's a snapshot, big pile of material there. Livia is on the shovel. Oh, that's moving pretty quickly. All right, listen, hey, slow down, man. Where do you go? It's like they're leaving. Imagine, it's a bit quick, isn't it? Hey, Flo! You're doing well! You're doing well, mate! Okay, so Flo's put it all in a pile here, and he's just moving it a bit higher by scooping it and putting it back on top. And I believe the train is going down the bottom to take the 6 wagons on the secondary line, because our LH60 does not reach the secondary line. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I believe it's going to all get shunted now. Just been told by Tezza, aka Penfold, that the last 6 wagons are all sand, so we're going to offload directly into the bay, which is a lot better. We're moving off the secondary line. So what's the matter with the shovel?
The knock sensor's gone.
Yeah.
I've tried to replace the knock sensor, but there's an engine oil leak.
Yeah.
And the oil is leaking because there's a valve that's worn out.
Yeah.
So it's leaking out the side of the valve. There's not much point in him doing the knock sensor until he does the valve, because he has to do a regeneration. But the engine oil gets so low with the leak being as bad as it is that he can't do the regeneration.
So when can we...
So the valve is coming Monday.
Oh my God, so we can't use the big shovel till Monday?
He said if you want to use it, just keep making sure it's topped up, but it's safer
No. It's safer to park it up, because next thing you know, someone says they didn't know or something like that. Well, I thought the shovel was getting fixed. That showed me. Oh well, we'll have to use the small shovel, which isn't exactly small.
Tiny.
It's tiny compared to the other one.
No, it's not tiny. No. Monday.
So these are walkie-talkies that we've had for a long time in the yard, but we weren't really using them.
Try and clear the front of the material, so if there's any left in the morning, we can still get the lorries out. Thank you.
Stop hyping, man. So because we have our wagon in here, which we're using to teach our staff with, we actually have to attach to that and push that down to the end, making it even more difficult. Apologies all. To be fair, this is not too loud, is it?
You don't find that sound quite
therapeutic. I'm not sure if I find it therapeutic, Terry, but it doesn't. It doesn't offend me. If that's what you're asking. Right, maybe you can stay here all night and listen to it then. It's Friday and it's 3:05 p.m. and Terry's talking nonsense again. We're just pointing out Terry's awful parking here, and he's saying someone took his space, meaning me, yeah? And he's saying, I act like I own the place. I definitely do not act like I own this place. I most definitely do not. In other news, we're doing a bit of greasing on the baby grab because it's not out at the moment. Greasing the crane. Now, the body itself has one of those auto greasing system that goes to all the working, wearing parts, but the crane you have to do manually. In other news, you see, I speak to Con, who films for the Sidemen. Now, Con and I were working on a secret project together. One of those ones where you read it on a piece of paper, the piece of paper sets fire to itself and it disappears, and it was a secret. Next thing I know, Con is being interviewed on a podcast, and Con tells everyone what the job is. And Con also called me a YouTuber. Never been called a YouTuber before. Con's just bought his first house, and I am a new YouTuber. Any questions you may have, please ask. I don't quite know how to take that. I don't think I am a YouTuber. And then the other gentleman started making a couple of remarks that maybe I'm gonna drive a JCB through the house, and a couple of other comments they said. And Con also said that I have a train. Now, Con, technically that isn't correct, but I'm really happy that you said that, because after all, we all know that I am into trains. In other news, you'll see a long time ago, we took a good few of our trucks down to Carwow for some drag racing. Well, the final video has come out now, and it is an epic race. Let's have a look here, a little bit of that. You'll have to go onto Carwow to give that a watch, but it's 7 of our lorries all in a drag race. And as always, Matt and the sticker man are trying to cheat, and they are ganging up on me and trying to blame me. Give that a watch. The final Ashville volumetric lorry has been sandblasted and the artwork's done. Let's welcome it to the yard.
That us? Two for good luck. Yes, the man himself. I pulled up, I saw the thing, I said to myself, nah, is it? Nah. I've just done my job.
Yeah.
And look how you appear. Nice. Man, celebrity, innit? Nice one, respect.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Keep up the good work.
I'll try.
To make us realise that we can do stuff.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
I hear exactly what you're saying.
Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you, bro. Saturday morning. I'm not in the yard, and today I'm not going to QPR. We are at the basement salvage project. Now, we've spent the last few weeks, Will just tripped over nearly. We've spent the last few weeks planning the cinema, but while we've been planning the cinema, we've been doing some odd jobs around the property, just giving it a bit of a spruce up and a refresh. These are panels that are around the property on the outside, and what we've had to do is take them off. And when we took them off, we realized that underneath, everything was completely rotten, so we had to change the marine ply there. Now these, we've had to take all the paint and all the colours off them. It's been about 20 years since they've been looked after, and now we are retreating them and we're going to fit them back once the marine ply is in place. In the yard, we're doing our bits and pieces to get ready for Monday. So we're greasing lorries and we're loading lorries. So I'm gonna leave here now, just had a meeting with the client. I'm gonna get back to the yard as soon as possible. Having a look at the vans here in the build firm. Here we go. New versus old. New versus old. What do you think? I'm back in the yard. I'm tired, man. It's been a long week. I'm really tired. I'm just having a look at the new site layout that we're going to use to provide information to our visitors, our staff, and any of the lorries that come in here to collect. So Wilson has finished it and I've just sent it off so we could have a very big one printed to go in the bagging area down the bottom. I like to be as organized as I can, and tomorrow Ashville Weekly episode 69 is going live, but for my Instagram post I'm already writing the text for it now because I know the basics, because I was standing there when I filmed it and I've watched through an edit of it. I'd also like to post on LinkedIn on Monday morning, but I'm also writing that post because on Monday morning I'm not going to be sitting there typing out maybe sounds better like this, what picture should I use? So I like to prepare all the posts I'm going to use long in advance, but I'm operating kind of slowly because I'm tired. I'm just waiting for Terry to come up now and we're going to have a discussion about the bulk bags. If you remember 2 weeks ago I told you that I was going to change from black bulk bags to white ones in order to save money. So Terry's got some quotes from different companies and we're going to see if in fact it actually is cheaper. Right, tell me, bags.
Yeah, so I got prices up for 4 of them. 4 suppliers, yeah? They're all coming in somewhere around the same price.
Okay, but based on quantity?
Yeah, based on this one here, look, they're the cheapest.
Well, how many bags in a 40-foot container?
Probably about 20,000.
But at that many, we can get down to that?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's a normal price? Jesus!
Yeah, and another lad come in there, that's the guy that I hit up on LinkedIn yesterday. And he come back with that
and these are for white bags?
White bags, printed 4 sides.
So what would it cost for black bags? These bags are a lot of money, man.
So 7,000 bags, we took 7,000 bags from the people that we got off the last time. That's the price.
So that 7,000 is cheaper than this man's 3,000.
Yeah.
I thought it would make a massive difference if they were.
No, because
Well, do you know what you do? Ask him. Ask him for a 40-foot container.
Okay, so I did ask him.
Hey, that looks like a new phone you got there. You must have a great boss, man. Someone get you a new phone, yeah?
Yeah, I got his phone, yeah.
Looks like it's working fast, man. All the processor and all that.
It's not so much the process, it's more the man that's using it.
Is it?
He did quote me for the white bags, this fella.
Was he less?
I can't find the quote now. There wasn't a great deal in it, I don't think.
Really? I was told when we first made the black bags that the dyeing all the bags black and then the lifting loops dyeing them yellow, that was costing a lot of money. That's what I was told. So when we put quantities against unit price, who is actually the best price? It's these fellas.
Yeah.
Those are the best price, yeah? Did he send a sample? Because he said he sent a sample. Where is it?
Sitting by my desk, I haven't even opened it.
No, but we do have a sample.
We do have.
We'll make sure you get a cutaway of the sample on Terry's desk. Ah ha ha ha. Look at the. See that? Let's fill up that sample on Monday and see how it compares with one of our existing bags. Okay. And if he says yes, then we'll plan against how many we've got left.
We have got up there currently. There's 1,750 bags. There's 1,750 sitting on that platform there. That's complete pallets only. Yeah,
but here's the thing. So basically, you're saying, if the conveyor belts come in and we start bagging and we get a decent contract, if we do 100 bags a day, it will last for 17 days.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, but we're not producing anywhere near that amount of bags currently.
Bruv, I don't like this negative talk, innit?
Well, it's not negative talk, it's realist talk. Well, now you've landed us with 5 volumetrics and now we've got...
I landed us with... Let's do a flashback to when I said to Terry, should I get another volumetric? Let's have that flashback now. So I'm going to ask you, Terry, do you think I should go and buy that other volumetric? Yeah. All now I landed us with 5 volumetrics and a 6th on the way, mind you. This man told me to get the lorry. Now he's saying I landed us with them. Very good. I'll remember that. Thank you.
When he comes into the yard Monday morning crying because there's two parked up.
Yeah, very good. All right, so we'll test that bag on Monday, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. In other news today, Flo was again practicing his operator skills, offloading and loading the train. I think he'll probably do next week. We'll still have an operator in. We'll still let Flo learn and go do the last few wagons with them. And then we'll get someone external in to assess Flo and provide some certification. So we'll give him some certification in-house to say he is competent because we have observed what he's doing, but we'll bring someone third party in as well. And then we'll be handling that in-house. And after Flo gets a bit more experience, then hopefully Flo can teach others here, and then we can try to move towards being self-sufficient. And all right, Tezza?
That's right, Daniel.
It's been a long week. I'm extremely tired. It's 2:30. Terry has another 7 hours left of work to do. And that's it for Ashville Weekly, episode 70. Click here, point there, Terry, point there. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see an Ashville video that you may not have seen before, and click here for last week's episode, which was number 69. You're learning, Tezza. We say you want to do a takeover week, yeah? Where you just...
I'm watching them.
Yeah.
The fans are calling for a takeover.
Maybe they are. You got to give the people what they want.